just, you know, sometimes I just hear things in my head, or usually with the guitar, it's just like you just mess around and play stuff, and you're like, oh, I like the sound of that, and then you just go with it, you know, and you refine it. And it's the same thing with you know, writing a song. Is like you get this initial inspiration, something pops into your head from somewhere, no one knows where it comes from, it just comes from somewhere, just some spark of inspiration or whatever. And that's great, that's the beginning, but then it's time to go to work. Once you get that, then it's like, okay, well, what is this about? You gotta sit down and work on it. And within the work can come some more inspiration. We moved into a beautiful Victorian house together with the band over about 1.5 years ago, and we just live in this big, beautiful house together. And so a lot has come from that, just sort of playing together in our living room, and we have everything set up there. And I got this nice big bedroom that I just tend to like play my guitar a lot in. And I just started just doing this kind of different kind of finger picking for me, which is more traditional for other people. But and I just. Started doing that. But yeah, like with Carrie, I was just I don't know, I came up with that riff, and then I don't know, I guess I think I thought of the chorus, I will carry the weight. Or no. Man, this is gonna I'm so glad you're editing this. Yeah, it was one of those things like any song where I was like, all right, well, what's this about? And it became to me like sort of this image of growing older with someone, of just like of marriage, of living with someone, which I haven't done yet, but I have had a serious girlfriend the last few years, and this is the kind of thing I think about. And I have a lot of friends who are married, and that song to me was just this kind of, sort of had a lot to do with marriage, or at least just sort of making a promise to someone to, like, you know, to carry the weight for them, to just like be there for them forever, really. Songbird was a song that I was on Block Island in Rhode Island, and this was a few years back, and I had I had been drinking the night before. And you know, sometimes when you wake up after a night of drinking, you're not in the hangover stage yet, you're sort of still in the drunken stage, and you feel really good for a small period of time in the morning. Doesn't always happen. I've since given up drinking, but I woke up on Block Island, and I was feeling inspired, and I went to this bagel shop, and I was sitting outside, and I had my like Bob Marley moment of, like, you know, he saw the 3 little birds on his doorstep. I saw 2 birds on a wire, or at least one, singing a song, and then eventually there was another bird. And I just saw the thing singing a song, and it just, the beginning of the song just popped into my head. Sweet little songbird sitting on a wire. And then it was a long time before I finished that song. And then it eventually ended up with us in our living room, our nice house that we live in, and we just kind of all pieced it together. People had ideas on, you know, I think we need a chorus here. I didn't even have a chorus originally, and then the guys kind of pushed to have a different part in, and then they came up with an idea, and I wrote words for it, and that one ended up being a nice collaboration with all the guys. Guitar is this one doesn't really have a name, you know. I always thought it was kind of razor-like. Maybe I'll call it Gillette or something. Maybe not. I don't know. My other one I named Tina. This one I love it so much, but I haven't really given it a name. Substitute Teacher Blues, man. People still ask for that song, and I don't really do it anymore. Here's the thing. I used to substitute teach. For 2 years, I basically tell the story in that song. I put it on an album, a live acoustic album called Stages. And I think the best way to hear that song is like what you hear on that record, because that's when I was actually substitute teaching, and the intro is kind of part of it, and it references this John Mayer song from back then, which is now, you know, several years old, and I also haven't subbed in like 7 years. So it just seems, it's kind of weird for me to do it now, because I just want to get into that whole intro of like, that was part of the song to me, was like, hey, I was subbing today and here's what happened and now I'm doing this. And so that's one I just kind of put up on the shelf. I don't really do it much anymore. I just, you know, I mostly just feel lucky that, that I get to keep doing this at all and like do it for a living, you know. Sometimes it's really hard. It is a lot of hard work, and it's also really easy in some other ways, and it's just it's a different kind of occupation, and there's so many other people who do it also, and they would kind of know what I mean. But I just feel lucky to be doing this. Like, I'm here in Austin, Texas right now, and we get to play a show tonight at a venue that I've heard about for a long time, and it just keeps unfolding. I think the main thing is, it's like we just keep getting these cooler opportunities to do, and I'm sort of I'm not really hung up on much more than just being able to have a career and just get better at the craft of making music. And honestly, like, that's just all I want to do. That's all the guys want to do. I just want to play the blues. You know, something like that. That's all she wrote.